EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers, the AFC champion, taking on the NFC champions, the Washington Commanders. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
But meanwhile, for the visiting Commanders, they've gone a full half season since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And you don't get on win streaks like this without your defense playing a big role. They've created quite an identity, and I know they want and expect this streak to get to 9.
59 years of champions have come and gone. Who will claim number 60 as we're off in the 2026 Super Bowl? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you got the biggest game of your life to win.
They'll start the drive with Harris. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Pickett back to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. Right side, Claypool's got it. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw, Pickett. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. The Steelers send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. So out comes the Washington offense as they get their first shot. And leading them out, their signal caller now in his 4th season in the NFL. On first down, Howell. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. 3.5 to go, first quarter. On 2nd and 10, Howell. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Now that's one of those in-between spots where you like to rely on analytics. Did you like the decision to go for it?
Frankly, I did, because you know I'm an aggressive guy. But the analytics and the old school go by your feel, that's got to marry up a little bit better, because that one felt like an analytics call that someone didn't have confidence in. You know, normally this coach, I think he would have punted the ball.
Yeah, calculated risk. It didn't work out. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Pickett. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Pickett now on first down. It's brought in by Harris. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. Going to run the toss here to Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Pickett will look to throw it here. Just keeping the play alive. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
But you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Pickett now, 3rd and goal. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Quez Watkins from 6 yards away. And the Steelers are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Powell to the air on 1st and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. We've got a lot more ahead of us here in Super Bowl 6. Appreciate everyone joining us. Super Bowl 60 here tonight. Time to begin the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis up in the booth as we get set to resume play. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit, and more.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Damone Clark came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Pickett. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Washington ready to try again on offense. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. They're deep. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
2nd and 5 from the 8. Operating from the gun. Pickett, and it's caught. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Again, it's Harris, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
1st and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be second in a couple.
We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl.
Throwing again on second down.
Powell. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted.
Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Pickett to throw on first down. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Pickett. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
To the air on first down with Pickett. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. From the gun, here's Pickett. That's caught. Waddle on the left side.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Pickett, he's going to throw it again.
To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Here's Pickett.
Now he's forced and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts,
as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Washington going to go on offense now late in this 1st half. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something. Being shut out right now, they could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. First down, Howell to throw.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
From the 16, Pickett able to hit his target, Claypool. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
Pickett.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Quez Watkins.
His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Steelers continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter.
One last shot before the break. Howell.
And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The final shot before break. Howell. And that's incomplete. So we've come upon halftime in the
one of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this 3rd quarter. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Holding offense.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
13 yards there and a Washington first. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Howell throwing on 1st down here.
And he completes this one to Terry McLaurin.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Howell. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Howell. He finds his man Johnson. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 18. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Colin Johnson from 21 yards away. And the Commanders are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Complete at the 1. And he'll get in for the score. And that's going to cut the lead down to 13. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
From the 22, Howell. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Steelers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 20-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. 3rd quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. Completion here to Claypool. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No 1st down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 20. 51 yards on the punt there. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Howell. That one is slant to McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Up next, the biggest quarter of the entire season. Only one quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the fourth.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. From the 44, Powell.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
From the gun on third down, Howell.
And the catch made by Johnson.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10.
Here's Howell. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson
from 10 yards out.
And the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. And he'll get in as they're back within a score now. The lead's down to 7.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field.
And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game, 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Pickett now on 1st down. Right side, Claypool's got it. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Pickett.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Commanders are right back in this football game.
So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the 2nd half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, with the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Room here to run. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Here's Howell.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. He goes for 18 there as the drive will get.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly.
After review of the play, the ruling on the
So
field
the folks in
stands.
New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Clock running as Washington will try and hurry up.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Powell to throw.
And he finds McLaurin.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
He'll look to throw.
And yet again, it's McLaurin. Powell trying to get his offense to hurry up and get set. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Powell on the QB sneak.
Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there.
Powell on the QB sneak.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. It's a huge roll of the dice, a 2-point conversion to decide the Super Bowl.
Powell throwing for it.
That's caught at the 1. And he is not going to get in. Wow. One of the boldest calls in Super Bowl history does not pan out, and this remains a 1-point game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Pittsburgh offense making their way back out.
And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be 1 kneel and then handshakes. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. That is likely the final play of this game, and no better feeling, I would imagine, than taking a knee to wrap up the Super Bowl.
Culminates everything. The championship is theirs. And just think, the last play they had in practice before this game began was